In today's cast, we have highlights from the Southwest Transit Association's annual conference and expo, a look at human trafficking, one of the topics addressed there, and information on a recent national broadcast analyzing the federal funding of high-speed rail. I'm Leah Harnack. Welcome to the Mass Transit TV Network. Little Rock, Arkansas was the gathering place for the Southwest Transit Association's annual conference and expo, and the theme this year was Transit Connects: People, Jobs, Healthcare, and Life. The conference was held at the Peabody Hotel and State House Convention Center with the legendary Ducks, which, sad to say, will soon be retiring as the hotel converts to a Marriott. Sessions covered a variety of topics facing the industry, including how the public transit industry can help veterans. SWATA's Operation Veterans in Public Transportation is a resource to help veterans find meaningful jobs. And SWATA Executive Director Kristen Joyner stressed two main points, being it's not just a job, it's a career, and so important for those that have been serving our country while separated from their family. Transit provides the opportunity for them to be home every night. She said while the trucking industry has been on the forefront of putting veterans to work, she pointed out that it does not afford them the opportunity to be there with their families each night. The expo included more than 60 exhibitors showcasing a variety of products and services. While there were a lot of serious issues to be discussed at the conference, there was plenty of time for networking and fun.
Sweet Caroline, wow, wow, wow. Good times never seem so good.
One of the serious topics tackled was human trafficking and the link with public transportation. During Monday's luncheon at SWATA, the presentation began with a message from Secretary of Transportation, Ray LaHood.
Human trafficking is recognized as modern-day slavery. We may think that slavery is a crime of the past, but it's an epidemic plaguing us today. As many as 27 million men, women, and children, many of them right here in our own cities and small communities across America, are held against their will and trafficked into forced labor and prostitution. This is happening on our roadways, railways, waterways, and in our skies.
Traffic Stop's Tommy Lee Grover spoke to the crowd and provided information on resources available for training frontline staff to recognize the clues, scars, marks, and tattoos that are often signs. And there are a number of agencies that have already done some things to bring this topic to the forefront. In a partnership announced this past October, Amtrak will train its 20,000 employees with training and awareness materials developed by the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Transportation. The program includes a computer-based training module, printed materials on the signs of potential human trafficking, and methods for personnel to safely and anonymously alert the federal law enforcement. Regarding the Amtrak partnership, Amtrak President and CEO Joseph Boardman has stated that while there is no indication their trains have been used for human trafficking, he sees the plans as important for prevention. A number of public transit agencies have also been proactive. King County launched the Help Stop Human Trafficking campaign on National Human Trafficking Awareness Day, January 11th. To raise awareness of this issue, signage was put on 200 Metro buses, and they introduced a public service announcement. King County is also training key staff to recognize the signs of human trafficking and how to take action. In Los Angeles, the LA County Supervisor joined local law enforcement officials, local businesses, and Metro executives to unveil a multimedia awareness campaign last year. Metro released 77,000 brochures including basic facts, tips on recognizing a potential victim, and steps to take. All of their ads, posters, and brochures included a QR code directing people to the Metro website for more information. Metro CEO Art Leahy said Metro applauds the leadership of the county supervisor launching the campaign and encouraged riders to be vigilant in reporting something if they see suspicious activity. Just a few of the clues that are usually noticeable: fearful or depressed look and not on his or her own, is being closely watched, does not have possession of paperwork or money, and shows signs of physical abuse. For more information on getting involved, you can visit the DOT's website. On CNN's Anderson Cooper 360, there recently was a segment titled High Speed Rail Boondoggle. It was questioning federal rail investment in Vermont and pointing to it as the failed U.S. high-speed rail and intercity rail program. As U.S. High-Speed Rail Association President Andy Coons responded, "This is not news or even journalism, this is a smear campaign." Cooper is planning to continue investigating high-speed rail projects all over the country in the months to come, and people have been active in sharing their views on what they think of the federal program. The Midwest High-Speed Rail Association has a link on its website that directs information to the producers of Anderson Cooper 360. One thing pointed out by the association was that the Vermont program was exactly the kind of infrastructure project the federal stimulus package was meant to fund, a project that could be done quickly, create jobs, and have long-lasting value for the economy. At $53 million, the project eliminated the need for the train to wastefully change directions in Massachusetts and allowed for additional, much-needed improvements to make the train more efficient. Streets Blog's Capitol Hill editor Tanya Snyder pointed out 10 ways the story was misreported, including pointing out that higher speed rail is not a failure, and something many have pointed out over the years, the administration didn't make it clear that there are two parts to the program. One for high-speed rail projects and one for incremental upgrades to intercity passenger rail. That's all for today's cast, and for the latest transit news, visit www.masstransitmag.com.